I'm tempted to improvise. Like, anyway, it's a story for another day. But now I'm thinking, I want us to demonstrate this for starters. So you have these components. You told me these are baby,
these are kids gardening tools, but we also have, adults here.
Okay.
They're a bit bigger.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not like the traditional djembe and, that you'd use in a farm.
Yeah.
It's just more like small kitchen garden tools.
Okay. That's quite incredible.
Yeah.
So I want is you've come, you've done your assessment.
Yeah.
You've realized maybe I live in one of the apartments in Pipeline.
Yeah.
Ground floor, so there is no light. We are trying to mitigate this. You found a place. We've built a structure. Now, let us have one of the pots. For starters, now setting up the actual plant itself. You've said soil is very important.
Yeah, soil in organic farming, the basis is soil. Soil health is very important because it's, if the soil is very nice and rich, the plant grows, the plant, it's just like a human being. When you're eating healthy, you have a stronger immunity.
Yes.
So when the soil is very good, the plant is eating healthy. So when when disease comes up, it's either able to fight disease or it doesn't catch the disease.
Okay.
So soil is the foundation of it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know, do we have one of the...
we can get the planters.
Yes. Let us get the planters now. I think that will be good. So this essentially we are demonstrating.
These are small planters, but yeah.
These are small ones. So you get this. It has, I see it has holes at the bottom.
Yeah.
So if at all you're using, if you're using your it's called what? Your Kimbo container.
Yes.
Make some holes.
Just make some holes. So that's the other thing that people don't understand, because we're not just also doing it as a business, but encouraging people to do it. So if you feel like you don't want to spend as much, you can use containers you have in your home. So like anything that can, contain like old containers.
Yes.
Just make holes for drainage.
Okay.
So you can use whatever you have really.
Then now this is special soil.
This is a special soil. It's vermicompost. So vermicompost and vermiliquid. Let me just get that.
There is vermiliquid too. Yeah.
There is vermiliquid, vermicompost. So these are like organic.
Okay. So this
fertilizer and pesticide. So how you do it is you have like a composting bin.
Okay.
So that your kitchen remains, you put them in a composting bin, and then there are some worms which you introduce which break down that food, and then the liquid you get is vermiliquid. Doesn't sound so appealing, but yeah, it's the nice juicy food for your organic plants, and then what remains, the solid part, is what you get as vermicompost.
Okay.
So if you don't want to do that, that is why we are doing that for you.
Okay.
So it's a fertilizer, it's also a pesticide.
Okay.
So we'll do a bit of mixing.
Okay.
So we also have our potting mix here. So mainly it's like soil and compost, so all the healthy organic stuff.
So I can just go by the roadside and decide, you know what? The Lord has blessed us with very nice soil here.
Yes. But you see, that is what you're saying. I mean, you could do that, but what you're saying is soil health is very important.
All right.
So you could as well use red soil, but then also use the organic manures, like if it's from like goat, from like cow.
Yes.
But what you're saying is the soil is the foundation.
Okay.
If you just go and get plain red soil, you're not feeding. There's no food in there for the plant, right?
Okay.
So you're more likely going to grow a sick plant.
Oh.
So, I mean, there's a lot of things, this is just like example of some of the fertilizers we use.
Okay.
So
that's
we
incredible.
can just go ahead.
We are opening this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's very easy to open for those of us who are wondering, do I need to be a power lifter to open this? So there we have, so you scoop with one of these?
Yes, yes.
I know you're doing this under the table. Let me just
bring it out.
You're dealing with what? So here we have that's the scooper. You can
Yeah,
also
I
have
can
that.
also scoop mine.
So you get.
You can just get it.
Oh, I see.
Easy work, easy and clean work.
Easy and clean work. You see?
And you also have some pumice for aeration, so that you don't have your soil becoming like, hard, like when you keep on adding water to red soil.
Okay.
And then the roots are not breathing well. So that's why we have a bit of, pumice in there too.
All right.
For aeration.
Okay. Oh, it's the rock-like.
Yes.
Yes. So when you see rock in your in your soil that you've bought for your organic, so how high do you put? Does it depend on the plant?
I think you can start with that, because you can just like transplant one of these.
Okay.
I mean, you could have bigger containers, because this is like a seedling.
Okay.
So ideally you would plant it into a bigger container, but for the purpose of this show, we'll just use that.
All right. Lovely.
Yeah.
So let me hold there, so you can also scoop yours.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is where people practice self-service, a buffet of soil. Very, very interesting. So this is proper soil for you. It has some this is farming now 101. Somebody's like, oh, it's dirting the place. No, this is where your food comes from.
This is where the food comes from.
Exactly.
So I think you just try and transplant. This is oregano. It's herb.
Okay.
It's a herb.
So sometimes you can buy already a grown seedling.
Seedling is like this, and transplant it into
just
a
transplant.
bigger pot.
Okay.
Yes.
So that is.
It's about to get messy. But as you can see, we even have the soil engineers, earthworms in this soil. So it tells you how healthy.
Earthworms are the soil engineers.
So you do that. Of course, it should have been a bigger container.
It's all
so
right.
that you transplant it.
Okay. What do you encourage? Is it better when you get a seedling, then transplant it, or seeds?
So I'll also just get the seed here.
Okay.
We have beetroots.
Beetroots.
It's beetroot seeds. So ideally, it's just all about, there are plants that are easy to grow from seeds and some that are easy to grow from seedling.
Okay.
So, we are not really like proper farmers, everyone. You're just trying to like grow, something to eat. So if you feel like it will be, because these would take longer. So for example, for beetroots, it would take up around 3-4 weeks to get the seedling from the seed. And then now from that stage for it to be, like a beetroot.
Okay.
So for someone else, they would rather get seedlings, which will take shorter time to get to that.
And that's a whole other ecosystem and value chain. People supply seedlings.
Yes. So for the seeds, this is beetroots.
Okay.
So like while planting seeds, of course, you have to look at the size of the seeds. So like some are very tiny, like carrot seeds. And you want to make sure that you don't have tough and soil like rocks and all that. It has to be very nice and smooth, so that it doesn't suffocate the seed, so that it sprouts. It sprouts really.
Okay.
Yeah. So